Hi all, this is Anthony Saul, and for today, I'm going to discuss the Symbian Operating System. This is the first report for the Advanced Operating System and Networking class. Uh, Basically, I divided my report into four parts. First, first part is going to discuss the brief history of the Symbian operating system. And then the second part will be the technical specification, wherein we're going to discuss the Symbian programming language and the layered system architecture of the Symbian. And the third part is the Symbian kernel, and then from that part also, I'm going to discuss also the CPU and RAM. And for the last part, uh, going to discuss the securities and vulnerabilities of the system. Okay, let's go to the discussion. The Symbian operating system. The first part that we're going to discuss is the Symbian history. Okay, in 1980, a British company, uh, Xeon, founded by David Potter, uh, developed a OS, and they call this OS or operating system as Epoch OS or Epoch Operating System. The name Epoch is derived from the word electronic piece of cheese. Uh, it's a random word that uh, they created. And the first successful product that launched under the name Epoch OS is the Xeon Organizer 2. Actually, they tried to launch the Organizer 1, but it did not happen due to technical problem. So they decided to tweak some of the uh, technical specs, especially the programming language is now all written in C at the same 16-bit uh, operating system. And so this is the first official successful product of the uh, Xeon company. And then in June 12, 1998, partnership between Nokia, Ericsson, Motorola, and of course the Xeon, uh, they formed the Symbian Ltd. And after a couple of months, they renamed it to Symbian OS. So technically, June 12, 1998 will be or this year 1998 will be the birth of, or birthmark of the Symbian operating system. And the first Symbian smartphone that launched in the market is the Ericsson R380. Although the Nokia also launched their own smartphone, the Nokia 9210, but it is the Ericsson RT80 the officially tagged as first Symbian smartphone. And then in 2008, 10 years later, June 24, 2008, uh, Nokia acquired most of the share uh, from other partnering company, in the price of approximately $410 million. Because during that time, as can you see here in the slide, majority of the share is owned by Nokia, and she decided to buy majority of the stocks or majority of the share, and he that year also he poured the Symbian Foundation, a non-profit organization that established for a creation of the open source mobile. But the uh, primary purpose of the Symbian Foundation and Nokia itself, why she want to buy uh, majority of the share, is to unite and have a one common user interface customization for all the Symbian, because uh, each of these uh, each of this company uh, here has their own customization, UI customization of the Symbian. So that's the primary purpose of the Nokia. For example, uh, in Nokia perspective, he has a own UI interface, the S60, and for the other uh, mobile company like Motorola, Sony Ericsson, and Samsung, they uses the UIQ. And for Japan, uh, they use the MOAP UI Enterprise. So we're gonna talk this UI Enterprise in the later part of the presentation. And then in 2011, 3 years after, so Nokia decided to abandon the Symbian, and they chose Windows as the new operating system for their device. During this time, the market share of Nokia is starting to go down. So that's siguro primary purpose why they opt to shift to Windows, and of course the emerging competition or high competition due to the new player like Apple and Android. So that's why in same year, the last Symbian smartphone, Nokia 808 PureView, comes with the two variant, white and black. Is the last Symbian smartphone in the market, and we can say that this also be marked as the death of the Symbian OS. So basically, this is the brief history of the Symbian OS. And then in the second part, we're gonna talk the technical specification of the operating system.